I absolutely love Adidas shoes, but that's not the reason why I'm doing this video. There have been some great Adidas releases recently, including the Overkills, one of the greatest sneakers for graffiti artists out there, but that's not the reason I'm doing this video. This is a beautiful shoe with great hits on it, and it's tied to one of my favorite TV shows of all time, South Park, but that's not the reason why I'm doing this video. There are some details on here on the construction and the branding that's just out of this world, completely ridiculous. But that's not the reason I'm doing this video. The reason I'm doing this video is because there's a hidden reveal that comes out only under certain circumstances, and there's a secret compartment hidden within the shoe, and that's why I'm doing this video. So let's get into this and take a look at the upcoming release of the Adidas Campus 80 South Park Towelie. This is a Tokyo Bara 23 Sneaker channel. Tokyo Bara 23 Sneaker channelです。毎日アップするので毎日見てください。And every single day from Tokyo, Japan, I bring you content about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. And in the spotlight today, we've got this Adidas Campus. Now, the thing with Adidas Campus and Superstar and some of the, the lines at Adidas is they're often very, very simple. And there's really not that much to talk about. You could probably do it in 2 or 3 minutes. 3-stripe branding, heel branding, insole, outsole. We're done here. But when it comes to a sneaker like this, a collaboration like this with these secret hits on it, special compartments, things that pop out under certain circumstances, and then the actual construction of the shoe is all completely unique and beautiful, even though it looks like a very simple campus sneaker. There's tons going on in this shoe, and that's why I decided to dip into it and talk to you guys about it today. Now, it's upcoming on April the 20th. I'm shooting this video on April the 6th, and it'll probably be the video that goes up onto the channel on maybe April the 8th or the 9th. So for you guys out there, maybe 10 or 11 days before the drop date, which is exactly where I want to be with my videos, telling you guys what's coming down the line. And there was an Adidas recently that I can't remember how to pronounce it in German, but it was the Easter Bunny or the Chocolate Bunny, depending on how you translate that German word that I'm not even going to try and get into. A guy dropped a little comment on the bottom of that one that said, didn't know the shoe was coming, hadn't seen anything about it here in the US. I appreciate a video like this to tell me it's coming down the line and I'm thinking about getting my hands on it. Absolutely the kind of comments I want to be seeing on my videos. And if people out there see these guys and didn't know it was coming down the line, and this is the video that tells them, I will appreciate that very, very much. That's the kind of thing I'm aiming for, and that's why this video is coming out about 10 days, 11 days before the drop date. So now, as far as Adidas is concerned, I'm a huge fan. Although, generally speaking, I like to talk about Boost. And I've talked about Boost an awful lot with Ultra Boost line, Ultra Boost Uncaged, and of course with Yeezy Boost and things like that as well. Then behind that would be Futurecraft 4D, a very big fan of that 3D printed midsole. And then last year was the 50th anniversary of the Superstar. So when it comes to the campuses, they're kind of not on the radar all that often. So it takes a big shoe like this and a big collaboration like this to bring it forward and bring it into the focus of someone like me. And it surely did that. Now, what I'm going to do first for you guys, I'm going to talk about the 2 things I love about the shoe. I should keep that to the end of the video. That's what most YouTubers would do, but I'm just not built that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you about those features, and then we'll get into the other features on the shoe that just most people would know about, but just really brings this shoe up a level to one of those epic collaborations. So first things first, it's about Towelie, a character in South Park, and I love the Towelie story. A man of excess, or a towel of excess, who sort of came a cropper and fell down in life, got back on his feet and was able to get back to some kind of semblance of reality, and was able to sort of moderate his issues in his life to get back to a level of fitting in, if you like, if anything can fit in South Park, because South Park, to fit in you have to be absolutely off the charts weird, so maybe that's a good thing. But that's Towelie, that's the character. Hopefully I've put it up behind me here and you've been able to see what he looks like, and I had a real trouble with the colour, and I just went with light blue. I know it's probably some variant of lilac or purple or chartreuse or something like that. To be honest, the closest colour I could find was periwinkle, and I am not calling this a periwinkle shoe for this this video. So we'll go with light blue, even though there's more of a hint of purple in there on top of that light blue. And those two features that I was talking about, the main head of branding at the top of the tongues is right there, these beautiful big eyes, and you'd think that would be enough to attract the attention of sneakerheads and sneaker lovers out there, and South Park lovers, which it is, because it's a very cool feature and it's great to see them flipping out that standard branding. But that's not all they do. Now, when I first saw this picture here, I thought that those eyes, the whites of the eyes, were removable to reveal that kind of bloodshot, a little bit too much excess in your life there, Towelie, kind of image on the eyes there. But then I found out that actually, as you can see in this picture here, it's UV light that triggers those colors and give you that second look at the eyes. So if you're indoors with no UV light, standard eyes white with the black pupils, but if you're outdoors and the sun's UV light or any other UV light is hitting them, then it transforms them into those colors with that kind of bloodshot effect. Very, very cool. And that's the first sort of hidden feature on the shoe that I think is very nice. I love it. Well, you know, a lot of the clocked line recently has been all about revealing second uppers. Air Force One over at Nike as well, revealing second uppers underneath the first, and that's what this feels like, is revealing that second story. But instead of it being tearing away the upper, it's shining certain light on it that reveals those second eyes within. And speaking of revealing things within, I don't know what I'm doing is what it says on the back of the tongue, but more important than that, in there, because we're talking about a guy, Towelie, that is a man of excesses and doing too much with not enough time, if you know what I'm saying, and then having a little hidden pocket here. I'm just going to go ahead and say you'd stash some extra cash in there, and I'll leave it at that, and you can make up your mind what you might else stash in a little secret pocket under the tongues there. But that secret hidden pocket there is the second reason why I just love these shoes. Now, we've seen over at Travis Scott's line, Nike, and the Jordan line, I think there's a Jordan 1, there's a Jordan 6 in 3 different colours, definitely yellow, there's an upcoming, I think, brown one and green ones that have already dropped with these extra pockets on them, and it's great to see Adidas sort of doing that as well, hiding an extra pocket, a stashed pocket behind the tongues that not many people may know about. So that's the two major features and two major reasons why I decided to dip into this shoe and have a look at it. But then on top of that, you've got a couple more really amazing hits on it, the first of which is most obviously that upper, and we'll zoom on it somehow, and you'll see that you get that towel effect with the fluffy kind of upper on there, which definitely matches the character of Towelie from South Park. And that's on its own would have been enough to sort of make this shoe stand apart, but then when you've got those extra secret clever little hits on there as well, it's great to see that too. And also the last place to look for the extra bit of branding and style is on the insoles, and hopefully I find a good enough picture to show you here that it does have that Adidas trefoil branding on the inside. I think I'm right in saying lilac insoles with white branding, but if I've got that the wrong way down round, I don't think I have though. And then beside that trefoil branding on the inside of the insole, you've got South Park branding in there as well to sort of, you know, keep true, to make it very obvious what those eyes are up top as well. So it's not just about on the outside of the shoe and the fluffy towel and the two eyes that you can see. Those eyes transform under UV light. There's a hidden stash pocket on the inside, and there's South Park branding on the inside too. And then a couple of other just quick features that you need to know about when you're looking at a shoe like this. One is the heels aren't particularly special at all. I was hoping for something a bit more in the branding back there, but it's basically a white branding panel with that light blue branding on it. And then the other thing is to look at the outsole and the midsole unit, and you can see that right here is in that all white standard construction for the Campus. So the big hits are high up on the shoe and in your face for most of the part, but those two little secret compartments in there just add that little bit of extra to it, and they fit the story of the character Towelie from South Park. So it's a very big yes from me. I think this is a very cool pair of shoes, and it might just be the kind of Adidas that a lot of people get interested in and go after this one. So on April the 20th, if this is something you're interested in and you're looking for, I think you might need your trigger finger to be really, really fast, because these guys could be flying off the wall. Very unique shoe, very interesting take on it, very great, interesting hits on there to elevate it above your normal Adidas Campus. And that's pretty much it for me today, wrapping up another video for you guys. So I can't remember how many consecutive days we've done. I talked about in previous videos putting a counter or something, and I might do that if we get closer to 1,000 consecutive days, but right now we're around about 860 consecutive days on YouTube, and I don't think that's early enough enough to put a counter up. Another thing I thought about putting up was the money that this channel's generated, because I want that money to go back into the channel and buying sneakers in hand. I finally activated the monetized part of the channel and got a small little amount of cash that might lead to maybe 3 or 4 sneakers, and also the extra profit I made off of those Bread 4s and the Sakai Blazer mids that I sold on last week. So you know, there's probably 4-5 sneakers worth of cash that the channel's generated, and the plan is to buy sneakers, get them in hand, and bring that to you guys. And I was thinking about maybe having like a counter for that as well, how much cash the channel generated and how much has been pumped straight back into the channel. And we'll get to all that kind of stuff as the channel keeps growing. But for now, all that's left for me to do is just to thank you guys for checking out the content today. Keep an eye out for that content in the future, and remember that I do this every single day, and that means that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.